If someone put a flyer on your front door, what do you do with it? Throw it away. If someone put a flyer in your car, what do? You throw it away. No one buys from flyers. How could you expect someone to buy a way that you don't buy? When did you buy from a flyer? Tell me the last thing. I don't think I've ever bought something off of a flyer my entire life, out of a newspaper, nothing. So think to yourself, if I don't buy that way, why would I expect other people to? But you know what? I do buy things on Amazon. I do buy things on Facebook. I do buy things online. I do buy things that friends and family tell me about. So, I should probably advertise on Facebook. I should ask for referrals. That's going to be the main drivers of my business.
Yeah, I think it's more of a psychological thing for us. Like when we hear grand opening, we feel compelled. Like you said, the different industries, how they do grand openings, we think that that's how it's supposed to run because a lot of us don't have the experience, the business experience, the sales experience, the marketing experience, all of that. So we go to what we know. And so because of that, that's what I was like, okay, well, grand opening, this is how it should be, a huge party and invite lots of people and all that stuff. Listen, guys, I made 2 sales out of those people. I have 2 VIPs, out of the maybe 28 that showed up to come eat and win prizes every 15 minutes, like it just was not, the expectation was that each of those vendors would invite their list of people. That did not happen. It was a freebie for them. They were totally relying on the people that were coming to see me. So, and I can't blame them for that. They have no skin in the game. So, and that's what'll end up happening. So just keep that in mind.
Again, to take on my idea of do things the way you buy. When have you been to a grand opening for a gym? When's the last time you've been to a grand opening for anything? People don't go to that. You'll get a dozen people. You'll get 20 people. But, get that idea in your head. It's going to be 1,000 people. Are we going to have enough parking? Oh, my God, we're going to have to shut the city down. We all go towards that extreme success. Go in the family, guys. Look, find the photos. I don't see them. I've never seen someone have this gigantic grand opening we all dream up. So, yeah, thank you for hitting that home, Hannah. But, all right, onward. What are the most common objections you have to overcome? That's a good question. So, obviously, the first one is price. People just write you. I see you're opening doors. What time? Where? How much is it? And so their brain, understand, guys, there's the thing called the value gap. People put aside a certain amount of money for certain things. Like if you came up to someone, you said, man, I spend $600 a month in coffee. They say, are you crazy? Or what are you kidding? A coffee bill a month should be $50, $100 at the most. You spend $400. So if you went to a gym and you walked around, get out here at Planet Fitness, 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness. And I said, hey, how much is your membership here to LA Fitness? They're like, oh yeah, it's $200. Like, what the crap? I spend $30 here at LA Fitness. Why are you spending $200? People just, their minds are set on a specific budget for a certain industry. All right, I have a car bill. If someone told you they have a $30 a month car note, you would like, what the heck's wrong with you? Car notes are supposed to be $300. So understand that people, when they reach out, they have a specific number in their mind of how much a gym is. Gyms in their mind are $20, $30, $40. So they see you, Fit Body Bootcamp, it's a gym, there's equipment, you're $40. So understand that first. Now, when you reply, do not respond with your prices. That is not going to win you sales. Instead, again, going back to what I said, the value gap, build the value of what makes you different. All right. So number one, we want to build a relationship. Hey, Mrs. Jones, thank you for asking how much our program is. In fact, that's one of the most popular questions we get. But before I go into it, let me ask you a couple questions. All right. So now I'm taking control of the conversation. Number one, what is your fitness goal? And let her say, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to burn fat, or she'll sometimes say something generic, like I want to have more energy or feel better. That's fine. But we're now showing that we care. And that's what our business model is built off of, is caring more. 24-hour fitness would never ask you that. They would just reply, our membership is $20 a month. And then the second, have you ever worked with a trainer or done boot camp before? All right, those are your 2 golden questions. What is your goal? And have you ever worked with a trainer or done a boot camp before? Why is that important? Because you're getting an idea of where their budget is with fitness. If they said, yes, I had a trainer, immediately you know they've probably spent $30, $40, $50 a session with someone. And now sharing price won't sticker shock them. They said, no, I've never had a trainer. I've never done a boot camp. You have to take it. Their mindset is in $20, $40. Okay. So that's how you have to navigate this fork in the road. If they say, yes, I've worked with a trainer. Great, Mrs. Jones. Well, here's the good news. You're probably not going to spend anywhere as much as you spent with that trainer, because we offer personal training at a fraction of the cost. And that is only $25 a week for our 6-week challenge. I would love to have you in it. You told me you want to lose 30 pounds. I promise you we can take a big dent in that, if not hit all of it during our 6-week challenge. Here's the link to register. And so I would just close her. All right, now person number 2, they did not ever have a trainer. They've never done a boot camp. Great. So what do you know about Fit Body Bootcamp? Have you ever heard of us before? And then let them guide the conversation. Yes or no? Cool. Here's a little thing about us. And then send them one of those sizzle reels that the HQ has made that says like, FBBC is the hottest 30-minute session, you know, in town, or the hottest boot camp in town. And you got to build up the value before you go in talking about price. Say, hey, here's a little video about what we do. Man, I'm so excited to work with you. We're a group training facility. We include nutrition. We'll hold you accountable. You work out in a private facility. Nobody can come in here as open gym, only members, and they come in and they do our sessions, and that's it. It's 30 minutes, so it saves a lot of your time. And you see how my bullet points are stacking up the value? Like, they're going to save me time. I'm working with a trainer. They're going to help me with nutrition. And here's the best part, Mrs. Jones. It's a fraction of the cost of personal training. It's only $25 a week. Isn't that awesome? And would you be interested in registering? Answer every inquiry with a question. Never just say, oh, by the way, our 6-week challenge is $25 a week. The conversation's going to die. So end everything with a question. So if I say, oh, our 6-week challenge is $25 a week, would you be interested in signing up? Or, hey, Mrs. Jones, well, again, I start with a conversation. What's your goal? I want to lose 30 pounds. Great. How soon do you want to lose it by? By summer. I want to look good for summer. Awesome. Have you ever worked with a trainer? Do you see how every response I end it with a question? And that's on purpose because it drives the conversation continuing to move forward. The minute you just respond with a period instead of a question mark, there's a chance the conversation could die and you've lost the sale. So always ask questions at the end of every inquiry. So that is how you'd handle that price objection. Honestly, it's going to be probably the number one thing you're going to get. People are not going to say, I need to go talk to my spouse when it's a new gym coming to town because they haven't even done a workout. They're not going to say, I want to think about it. They might consider the schedule. That you might want to have that in your saved replies on your Facebook fan page or in your email. Like, what is your schedule? I got to see how that fits in with my day-to-day schedule. But that's probably the other one.
What about Dustin? I consistently hear that people have to deal with the commitment objection. You know, I don't know about 12 months, you know, that type of thing.
And that's why I say start with a 6-week challenge, because there is no commitment pushback on that. Because again, we're selling the invisible. When you buy an Apple iPhone, you go home with a box. When you go home with a car, you got keys in your hand. When you buy personal training, you go home with another bill and nothing to show for it. So when you're selling something invisible, which is what service industries do, a bug guy, he comes out, he could be spraying water around my house. I don't know, like everything I buy is invisible. So basically what we want to do when it comes to, you know, the 6-week challenge has now gone into play, and now you're sitting people down around week 3 and you're pitching membership, and they are giving you the commitment of like, oh man, 12 months, I don't know if I could do that. The way that I always start, and this comes in again, your closing skills, is how you set up the pitch before you announce that it's a 6 or 12 month commitment. So I say, hey, as I'm sitting across from them, I'm glad you're recording this, Kwansu, so everyone can go back and watch it. But, you know, Mrs. Jones sitting across from me right here in the sales office, say, hey, I want you to know when you're a client at FBBC, you're not a number to me. You're not a name. You're not just another body here. You are you. You know, Sarah, you know, I'll say her name, Sarah. Like, you are you, and I'm here to serve you. And I want you to know that when you commit to me, I'm committing to you. I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to walk you through every step of this journey, and I'm going to get you to your goal. That's what I'm committing to you as your coach. I just need you to commit to me. And then that's what your lead in line is to go into membership. So, hey, now let's go over membership options. You've been enjoying the 6-week challenge. You see that we are definitely more of a caring gym than a volume gym. We're not a 24-hour fitness. We want to have thousands of bodies in here and no one knows your name. I want to recognize you as an individual. I want to help you with your individual nutrition. I want to hold you accountable, and I want to remember what's going on in your life and be a part of your journey through this. And so let's take a look at these membership options. And now I get a little notepad and I'll write, okay, we got a 6-month membership is $42 a week. We got a 12-month membership and that's $37 a week. Which one would you be interested in? And again, you guys notice again, question, but also I'm letting her not feel like it's being pushy, like saying, which one can we get you started on today? Or which one do you want to start now? those things tend to repel people. I like to say, which one are you most interested in, or which one are you leaning towards, tend to be my closing line. And that way it's very casual. I just wanted to be loose. We're just hanging out, a couple friends, talking membership, and just say, all right, I'm interested in 12-month membership when my challenge is over. Great. Guess what? You're not paying me a dime today. It's not being drafted until the end of your 6-week challenge. You're just committing today. And because you committed, I'm going to give you, and then you can do X. You could say, I'm going to give you an extra week for free, or I'm going to give you a free t-shirt or a shaker, or you can give nothing. Again, if you guys are just opening and your prices are rock bottom, you probably shouldn't be giving gifts or any discounts, because you're probably already discounted as much as possible. So just tell them, congrats, I'm going to take amazing care of you. I'm going to get you to your goals. Let's do this. And so they are now signed up. Now, the other conversation is, okay, 6 or 12 months, man, that's a long time. I don't know. I don't know if I want to commit that length of time. That's where the what ifs come in, and you just have to address them based on which one it is. So it's typically, what if I move? What if I can't afford it? I lose my job? Or what if I get injured? That typically tends to be the top 3 what ifs. So in our membership agreement, we say, if you move, we'll just drop you, no questions asked. And it's because my policy in our gyms is we just take care of people. And you know what happens? People come back when they cancel, because there was no ill will. We part ways and we remain friends. We don't gouge people. And the same goes for if they say they're going through a financial hardship, or if they lost their job. Why are you going to kick somebody when they're down? Oh, you need to cancel, you lost your job, $200 cancellation fee. Like, they'll remember that and they won't want to come back. I remember I had a security camera at one of my gyms and it wasn't working. The app kept crashing. I called to cancel. They said, sorry, you signed a 2-year contract. You're stuck with us. I removed the camera and I had to pay the bill. And I just kept telling myself, I will never do business with these guys again. In fact, I'm going to try to bash them to every person I hear that wants a security system, because they took such bad care of me. So understand that that's the people that go and give the negative reviews. That's the people that go around town bashing you. You don't want that. So then people say, well, hey, isn't your membership then month to month? If someone could just walk in and say, I'm moving to Kentucky, Dustin, drop me. Yes, but if they want out of the membership that bad, don't fight them. They'll go cancel their credit card. They'll get out of it if they want to. When there's a will, there's a way. But just take care of people. That's my policy. You guys can do it, or you can do your own thing. That's up to you. And then the final one is, what if I get injured? I say, God forbid, Mrs. Jones, if you were, to get in a bad accident or have a fall or something, just so you know, you'd never get hurt here. We're all about safety. But if that were to happen, we will freeze you to allow you to heal your membership, or we can, cancel it if that's, what's required. But I just squash all the what ifs, so then there's no issue about signing for 12 months. But what I just say is, started off with you talking about committing to them before you ask them to commit to you, so that they see that you're serious about, really affecting their life and getting them results. That's the best way to overcome that commitment objection. Yeah. Any questions about that at all before I move on?
Yeah, Dustin, I have one. Do you only offer unlimited?
Yeah. And, if someone asks for 2 times a week, 3 times a week, we just say, hey, those people tend to get the least results from the program. So we don't want to put a limit on your results. That's why we give you unlimited access. And that just really helps you to just have one program, because it does get a lot. I saw a Fit Body have 12 offerings on one sheet of paper. A client went to another Fit Body near us. They took a photo and they said, Dustin, this is a hot mess. I thought all Fit Bodies ran the same. I said, unfortunately, the owner can make up these little pieces of paper all they want, outside of Club Ready, and the HQ has no visibility of it. So it was 3 options of 2 times a week, 3 options of 3 times a week, 3 options of unlimited, and then 3 other options in case you want to add a spouse. Literally 12 different offerings. And if you guys haven't heard that, more options is not better. It actually paralyzes people from making decisions. They did a study where someone had 25 different flavors of soda in a grocery store, and how many sales they made that day. And then when they had 2, it was either 2 or 3, and how many sales they made. And they made more sales with the 2 or 3, because people can make a decision off 2 or 3. 25 was paralyzing. They had orange soda and Coca-Cola, root beer, and all these different things. People are I don't know what I want. There's just too much. It stimulates their brain, and that's where that fight or flight comes in. People will flight. So just make 2 membership options. That's why I said I do 6 and 12 months. That's it. I don't even do a month to month, because no one bought it. It was a waste of my time to write it down. 6 and 12, that's it. And 6 months going to be higher because it's shorter commitment. So yeah, I would really just get it down to that, A or B. Any other questions about that before we go on? Jay, did you have another one?
Oh, you mentioned in that last statement that Club Ready maybe already has some pre-built options in there. Is that what I picked up on?
Yeah, they're all weekly. I'm pretty sure built out for weekly billing, and
Okay.
they are pre-built, but you could make your own.
And then you can custom some too. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So I'll go into the agenda here under leads. I don't know if you guys are seeing all this or it's just me, but I'm just going through these questions. What do you do with leads as they've come in? I've been sending welcome emails within a couple of hours of receiving notification. Yes, that's excellent. It's great customer service. There's nothing worse than them buying something or opting in and getting no correspondence from the business. So definitely reach out to them and just, you should design some sort of welcome email, like that they should get either automatically from Club Ready or Fit Pro newsletter. I'm sure it's already built in there. But when I say you should build a welcome one, you should have another one that goes out maybe later that day or the next day that is customized to your location, and it introduces you as the owner, because you are a person and you have your own flavor and you have your own history, and you should write a little background story on you and why you opened a Fit Body and your mission to impact lives in your community. Just get a nice little stock photo. Everybody's got nice cameras these days. You don't got to go out hire a photographer. Just put on a Fit Body shirt, big smile, and then write a little couple messages about what you are looking to do, and build the relationship that people buy from people. They don't buy from companies. Like I don't go buy something from Apple. I go to the Apple store and I buy it from Jake who works there, or, Ray or whatever, like he talks to me, he tells me about the features and he sells me on the product that Apple makes. But there's no Apple place that I go to that's faceless and no person is running it. That's why on all the customer service lines, the first thing they do is say their name. Hey, this is Sarah with, so-and-so. How can I help you today? People buy from people. So get them introduced to you, let them know your story, make them fall in love with you, tell them about all the things. How could they relate? Are you a parent? Are you a dog lover? Were you overweight and you lost weight? Have you lived in the city your whole life? Has obesity plagued your family and now you've decided to go up in arms and fight against it? What is special about you? All right, tell your story. It's okay to brag. It's okay. You should honestly try to attach it to anything you do. Group orientation. Hey guys, so glad everyone's here. Let me tell you about myself as the owner. And then maybe each team member comes up and they do a little 2-minute introduction, but it makes your clients more emotionally attached to your brand and you. So yes, Fit Body Bootcamp is your umbrella brand, but what is your location all about? All right. So yeah, definitely reach out to them. And then from there, just nurture them, kind of do some update. I've actually thrown this idea out to owners. I said, you guys should send out a weekly update on how things are going with your build out, or when the 6-week challenge will be up for sale. Say, hey, tell all your friends and family, our challenge registration will be opening on April 12th. It's okay to do that, to tease people and get them excited. It's the same thing as a movie trailer. They show you and get you all excited, who the actors and what the storyline, doesn't come out for 6 months. Why do they do that? Because they want you thinking about it. And then finally you'll commit, you'll go opening weekend, you'll buy it, but it's because you knew 6 months ago that it was coming. So give them that heads up. This is when registration opens. And every week, hey guys, just a quick, here's my weekly update. And it could be attached to when you draw the winner. Hey, here's my weekly update. Contractors just installed the front lobby. Take a look at it. Doesn't that look awesome? And here's our winner. And I can't wait to touch base with you guys again next week. So excited to serve the members of X community. And then you go on to the next week. Do it again. Keep them plugged in. It's exciting for them to hear what's going on. So the next question was, how do you nurture them? And that's exactly it. Facility updates, give them, maybe if you just make a hire, hey, we just hired our first coach, so-and-so, here's her photo, here's a little biography about her. Like, that's how you nurture them. You don't have to just make it all about training and nutrition, send them recipes and workout tips. That's fine, but I'm telling you, they'll fall more in love with people and want to, hear from you guys. So definitely put those into your reach outs.
Hey, Dustin?
Yeah.
When we're just talking about leads, so I do have that welcome email that goes out as soon as the lead comes in. I send it within a couple of hours of receiving it. It's customized for my location. But after that, for me, they're going to continue to be leads for a long time. Are you pushing out content to them because they're in, you have them all at the Pro newsletter or the Pro tracker? What do you send to these people? Like, meal plans, like a recipe once in a while? What is it?
Yeah. Are you saying the people that I have now that I'm nurturing that,
Yeah.
I'm already open? Yeah.
No, the people you're nurturing as leads, because that's for me, that's all I have now, and I want to keep them engaged. I want to give them something, a little bit of value as time goes by, because they're sitting around waiting for me to open.
Yeah. So we build out a lead nurture experience, and that's what's cool about you guys doing this now, is this is something that can live on forever. Like, let's say at your 6 months after opening, you're running another challenge and you get 100 new leads. You should have a lead nurture experience they go through, and it starts with that: meet the owner, meet the coach, here's a free recipe book. And then when they've gone through it, like, it could be 6 days, it could be 10 days, whatever you want it to be, after they've completed that lead nurture sequence, then they get moved into your main prospect email list. So that's definitely something that can continue on. Don't feel like you're making this content once and then it dies. Repurpose everything so that you guys can, just get as much value out of it. You took the time to write it. And then, hey, how about another idea? After you got your coach's bio, if someone joins a challenge, what we do is we divide those people evenly. We try to make it super simple. We put on a spreadsheet, and let's say, for the sake of easy math, we have 60 challengers and I have 3 coaches. I will put 20 on each tab of the spreadsheet. That's their flock. That's the people they have to look over during the challenge. They have to text them all or email them once a week. So when we first start the challenge, we'll send a introduction email and say, hey, I'm your accountability coach is the subject line. And then the email is, hey, my name is Joe. I'm your accountability coach. I'm going to be reaching out to you. Here's what I'm really good at, whether it's I'm good at building glutes. Call me the glute doctor. I'm great at helping people lose fat. I'm a great motivator, but they would kind of tell what they're good at, their specific niche. And then they would just tell them a little background story. And so again, this coach introduction or this coach bio you made for your grand opening, it lives on in your 6-week challenge experience. So just think about that. Like, how can I maximize things I'm creating, this content I read? And I apologize, guys. If there's any that you see, I completely didn't even see these coming in. So I was not ignoring.
Somebody asked me that, and I said, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's tough because I would normally say it's probably 15 or 16, but the thing is that for me it's more about their attitude. Like, can they listen? Are they well mannered? Can they follow instructions? Honestly, dude, I don't have kids stick with the program very long. I think most of the time their parents force them to do it. Like, you need to start exercising, you need to get off the couch, and then I'll pay for it.
Yeah, because I know somebody mentioned like a daddy-daughter session or a mommy-daughter-son session, something like that. So that's just an idea kicking around the district.
Yeah. You're not going to add very much to your business.
Can I throw something?
Quan?
Can I throw something?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're talking about youth classes, right? Now, I know a fella not too far from me who does youth classes. He does birthday parties, and he does a lot of stuff. And he works 19-hour days, and he is struggling to get to profitability. So I think when you do all these things, boy, you make your business so complicated that it's hard to run, it seems. And I think Fit Body Bootcamp does one thing really well, right? And that's a 30-minute boot camp for grown-ups.
For you guys. Oh, are you guys having me too?
You're
Yeah. You don't do yourself. Yeah, do it really well so that you can build a reputation and people know, if you're a middle-aged male or female, see me, I will get the fat off you. I will build your body, but I'll also build your mind and your mindset, and I'll make you stronger emotionally, mentally, and physically. That's really what you want to become known at.
She says she can handle it. She's mature enough. She jumps right in, and that's no problem.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but honestly, I can't think of a kid that joined our program that stayed with to be month to month, because we understand it's adding a sizable bill, and honestly, there's been no kid that's gone longer than 90 days with us, and it's because it's not fun when you're a kid. When you're a kid, you should be playing, you should be doing sports, you should be outdoors, like regimented. Do 10 of this and do 45 seconds of that. It's like school for them. It's fitness school. So parents, they need the guidance, they need the structure. Kids, they don't like that. So typically it doesn't work out. Yeah, I'm gonna address just something I see going on in the chat here. You guys are bringing up the Rockstar Coaching Academy and then the Fighter Jet. Just shameless plug. So the Coaching Academy, just to be clear, is just for you to send your coaches to. I only do these once a year in these different markets, and it's my way of giving back to FBBC owners. It's a Rockstar Coaching Workshop is what it's called. And basically, we're doing one this Saturday and Sunday in California. We're doing New Jersey next weekend. And then we're doing Michigan in May, Texas in June, and Georgia in August. So it's only for coaches. That's it. If you have a coach, you want to make them better, you want them to learn our systems, the way we do things, it's 2 days. It's very FBBC specific. Like, there's no other workshop I can think of that will just come into town and just teach people how to have a better experience at FBBC. And I only do them once a year. So if we're coming to your neck of the woods and you'd like to send a coach, or you want to come, love to have you guys there. And then the difference between that and the Fighter Jet team training is the Fighter Jet team training is a full team training. It's not just your coaches, it's your admin, it's your facility leader or manager, and it's the owner. All go to a 3-day intensive detailed training. It's like completely learning our daily operations from the inside out. We give you all of our systems. We give you video recordings. We give you tons of support. And, you know, one of those Fighter Jets, Zach is one, Anna. So appreciate their support. But it's a program that I only do 3 times a year. And that one is, again, your entire team. So if you guys are interested in either one of those, hit me up. I threw the link in for the Rockstar Coaching Workshop. I don't have a website yet for the Fighter Jet, but DM me if you're interested. Question on here, west side of Michigan. It's at Holt Body Boot Camp, I think that's Lori Stevens' location. And I think she's actually more like central. So again, I'm not super familiar with the map, but that's kind of where she's at. All right, back to the agenda, guys. So how do you nurture them was a question, and that's pretty much it. You have to write up like FitPro newsletter has emails that will go out for you to nurture your leads, but they're pretty generic in the sense that it's just fitness and nutrition tips. I wanted you to make it customized about you as the owner, your team, your vision, and that's what I wanted you to kind of take the time to write up. And at what point do you transition from lead generation to selling the challenge for your grand opening, and how do you sell it? I think we said that already about week 2 or 3 from you opening doors. And then Juan did ask me to go through a screen share of setting up a Facebook ad, so we're going to do that closer to the end. But we're cranking through this agenda, so it might not be that far out.
Hey, can we maybe cover some things? You know, just a level set for people, like when they're in this this, I guess, a phase of pondering what to do and build out and, you know, planning and all that stuff. And what are the things that are important to help them get prepared to, you know, get their doors open? Like, you know, talking about costs and where should your money go? You know, the ideas of getting, you know, doing different types of things like youth classes and all that.
I'm glad you brought that up, Juan. So here's, just from owner to owner, here's some ways to save some money to maximize your guys' grand opening build out, because I know everybody gets the keeping up with the Joneses. They come to the, you know, RSM, and they immediately want to match that build out. Guys, that was $100,000 build out. You know, it's a beautiful gym, but don't try to match it from day one. So here's some things that I would recommend. Number 1, minimize the amount of wall space you put the pallet wood wall on. Pallet wood wall makes you no money. It looks beautiful, but it makes you no money. So maybe a small 10 by 10, just make it very small, and possibly even don't get it, you know, like same thing with the expression wall. Like that's a nice background for taking selfies. Minimize it. Do not do a giant 40-foot wall of expression walls. It'll be extremely expensive. It's like $5 a square foot or something. Okay, so those are some budget savers. Next thing, you know, hey, how about the rig? Like that is, you don't have to have that from day one. I mean, those are $2 to $3 grand for a nice rig. You can totally mount some things elsewhere, or just don't do anything that needs to be mounted on the wall. But you know what's fun that I've done, and you guys are welcome to adopt it, is I've ran sales once a year around Black Friday, and I take that money and I go and upgrade the gym. You know, get some new equipment, redo the bathroom, add the rig. We did just fine doing it that way, because at the end of the day, people are not buying the equipment or the pallet wood wall. They're buying results and relationships. Can you change my body, and do you care about me? That's what I'm buying, all right? There's plenty of trainers that have done it with minimal equipment. So don't break the bank getting that. Get what you need. You need dumbbells, you need kettlebells, battle ropes, slam balls, you know, like just stuff that doesn't cost a lot. You should be able to spend maybe without a rig, $5 to $8 grand on equipment, and then you're ready to go and get people awesome results. But yeah, sleds, like those can be crazy expensive. Buying 2 or 4 of them, you know, like those are $200 a pop. So just don't buy all the equipment you need now. You can add it on. You think of it as getting a starter kit, and then you get add-on kits once or twice a year. And then it's fun because now there's like a bunch of buzz going in your gym, and your coaches have new equipment they can program with. But if you go out and try to get everything under the sun from day one, you just probably just don't need all that. So that's something to think about. And then obviously I want to just say this for build out: maximize the amount of space that your mats are on, because your mats are your profit floor. Every square inch of hardwood floor, you're losing money. Every square inch of tile, you're losing money, because you cannot have people exercise on that. They have to be able to exercise on mats. So I want my floor to be 85% of the flooring is those gray mats. Very small entryway. If you guys have ever been to my gyms, it's like 15 by 15 square foot of entryway. And then the offices, the mats come all the way up to the door, and then the mats go all the way up to the restroom door. Like every square inch is covered in mats, because that means more people can fit, which means I can maximize the profit of the gym. So there's that. And then also, as far as like number of equipment, I like to do things in 4s. So I'll get 4 battle ropes, 4, you know, of everything, 4 sliders. I see some people try to get things in 5s and 6s, and I just feel like it's not necessary to get that much equipment. You know, again, add on as time goes on. If you get a rig, maybe it's meant for 4 people rather than getting a massive one that 6 people can work on. But yeah, like again, just being real with you guys about ways to save money. You know, those are just some of the unexpected things that can really add up. The place where all your money should be going, and we're kind of hitting this course till it's dead twice, is into your marketing, into your budget of your email list building, because that is people you can sell, and that's where you want to put those dollars. You know, I'd rather go from 20 feet of expression wall to 10 feet and take that extra grand or two and put it into marketing, and just take care of people, show them you care. And that's how you maximize.
Hey, Dustin, to piggyback on that, like with us, we just added the Libra bars, and it was an opportunity to create buzz with your members, because now they notice when new stuff is coming and you post about it and get people all worked up. Whereas if you start out with all of the goodies, then they don't care. They don't know any better. It doesn't matter. And you've sacrificed an opportunity to get engagement on your Facebook and get people, you know, buzzing about it, and maybe telling a friend, like, you got to come try this out. They're constantly adding things, that kind of stuff. Sliders are a cheap way to incorporate a really good workout, and Amazon, super cheap. And people they love to hate them. So, you know, just, yeah, don't get it all at once.
So Dustin and Anna, or any of you that are open, the information from headquarters, is that a recommendation or a requirement?
Recommendation. Yeah,
Perfect.
No one's going to fly out, parachute into your gym and do an inspection like, hey, you didn't get the penalty boxes. What the hell's going on around here? Like, you're good. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I take everything from HQ as a recommendation.
So, yeah, like inexpensive equipment resistance bands, jump rope, battle ropes, slam balls, medicine balls, sliders, dumbbells, kettlebells, equalizers. Those aren't bad. Those are $100. So if I get 4 of them, it's $400. Mini bands. I think we said sliders. Trying to think what else we use. But yeah, I didn't buy plyo boxes, like foam plyo boxes, till last year. I didn't buy. We got penalty boxes. Those are $25, a pop. So 4 of them are $100. Those are kind of cool. But just get stuff that makes things fun and interesting, but doesn't break the bank. And honestly, you guys, if you're good trainers and you hire good trainers, you can get people results in body weight. Like, look at Quan Su. This guy's ripped. He's got 6-pack abs. This guy just does body weight all day long. All of his videos, he's doing push-ups and pull-ups. Like, you don't even need any equipment if you're good at what you do. It's just for show. So, yeah. But all right, so we'll go on. This third topic is about challenges. So the challenge question is, what type of challenge can we run that is simple and easy to execute? And I love that question because, again, you'll see what I'm doing, like the LBD, or you'll see what another owner is doing. Don't try to match it. Just do a very simple 6-week transformation challenge where your goal is to just get people super dialed in and focused on losing weight for 6 weeks. The problem with the drop pounds get paid is emotions run high when money is involved. Like, oh, if you lose this much weight, you win your money back. Well, people get angry if they didn't win, or they're 1 pound away, or they read the rule differently, and it just causes a lot of anxiety and just stress at the beginning of your business, and we don't want that. So I would just choose to do something else. Like, there's the Bod Squad challenge on the HQ website, which is a 6-week challenge, or I would just run a 6-week transformation challenge. You don't even have to give it a sexy name, but yeah, I would just try to keep it simple and just highly about results. Yeah. How do you run or manage a challenge? Like, again, I told you guys that we take all of our clients and we divide them up over our trainers and send weekly reach outs. You probably don't even need to do that during your first challenge. People don't need a lot of hand holding. They're excited. You're the new gym in town. You could honestly just give them workouts and give them a decent meal plan, and everyone will be ecstatic and they'll sign up because you're just the new party in town. You don't got to add all those extras until you've been around for a while, and then people expectations keep going up and up, and you need to add more. So I wouldn't even bother with accountability and reaching out weekly in the beginning. It's just more payroll. It's more stuff to manage. It's just going to add stress. Just give people an awesome workout. That's it, guys. And just talk to them between the sessions, talk to them before, talk to them after. That's it. Just show them how much you care, and they will stay.
So what do you use to track it? Like I went to a local FPVC, and she has some sort of a chart where they check off like boxes as they go by. Do you do anything like that?
You could do that. We don't. We track all of our challengers in FitPro Tracker. So again, I know that this is an added bill. It's $150 a month, but we are just head over heels with it. It makes our life so easy as owners for managing leads, for tracking people, and for mass texting. You can do unlimited mass texting, and all the texts come in through one number. So to answer your question, Quan, like if we had challengers, you can tag people in the system under different tags, and you can tag them as they are a VIP member, or you can tag them as a challenger. So I can filter and say, give me all my challengers. Let's say I have 60 challengers, and I can assign them to team members in the system. So I can say 20 people goes to this coach, 20 to this coach, 20 to that coach, and then we can text them weekly. So that would be an easier way. But as far as like managing it, there's not really a set way. You could put on a spreadsheet, you could put on a board on the wall, or you can have it in FitPro Tracker. It's whatever works for you. All you're really needing.
I think what I'm getting is that it doesn't have to be fancy. You can.
Yeah.
Your transformation challenge can be, okay, it's going to last 6 weeks. We're going to give you a great workout. We're going to maybe target a specific goal for that person, and then, follow up with them once a week or something. Is that what you're saying?
And all you got to do is make a spreadsheet, column 1, their names, column 2, their phone numbers, column 9, three, their emails, and then their initial weigh-in, and maybe you write everybody's weight, their halfway weigh-in, and then their ending weigh-in. That's it. That would be the tracking of a 6-week challenge. Like that they're weighing in, they're losing weight, making sure they're coming in. The other thing we track is attendance. If you haven't been to boot camp, and I think Club Ready's set up automatically this way, if you haven't been over 5 days, it automatically texts them and says, we miss you. When can we expect you back at boot camp? And that's the other part is the results and then the accountability. The accountability leads to them getting results. If they're coming to boot camp, you know, I guess if you want to add more columns, it'd be, did they come week 1? Did they come week 2? And if you are weighing them in and making sure they're coming to boot camp, you're doing an awesome job for your first challenge. Don't worry about all the extras right now. Just keep it simple. All right. Keep it very, very simple. That's what I built my boot camps on. That's what most people build them off of. It's just simple results and relationships. That's it.
And is
What do you think of that, Kim?
Yeah, that sounds good. That's what I told HQ I was opting out of the drop downs get paid for opening because it sounded way too complicated, and Connie and I have been talking about just doing a very simple 6-week challenge, and that does answer the questions about the logistics of it. So thank you, Justin.
Yep. No problemo.
Dustin, at the end, is there a winner or anything like that? Or is it just
Nope.
compete against yourself?
Everybody wins because they all are slimmer, happier, and healthier. So no prize needed. Like, again, don't gotta have that.
Away or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, again, you could, and really just do stuff that's budget friendly. If you don't want to go out and buy prizes and gift cards and give away money, what could you give away that's high value that you have an unlimited amount of? Free boot camp. You could say, hey, number 1 winner gets 3 months of boot camp. Number 2 gets 2 months, and number 3 gets 1 month. And yes, you're losing those EFTs, but at the same time, you're not shelling money out and having to go buy things. You make a nice big presentation board, you give them, but yeah. So yeah, all ideas. So yeah, I'm just reading through the questions. Looks like we're getting some build out questions, but I think Anna's on top of it. She's the best. Anna, we're going to appoint you the official executive assistant of Fit Body Bootcamp. Like, she's got the fastest replies, super detailed, always helping owners out, like just the best. We appreciate you, Anna. So yeah, moving on to the next question, guys. How do you run a manager challenge? What's the selling point? So the selling point is on a 6-week transformation challenge, transformation. So just tell them again what makes us different, that we're going to get you results and we're going to keep you accountable and we're going to give you a custom nutrition plan and we're going to care about you more than the other guys or any other gym. Just say, hey, my program is designed to not lose the personal and personal training. So I will remember your name. I'll remember your spouse's names. I'll remember, you know, your injuries. I'll remember what foods upset your stomach. And that's all the type of stuff that makes people feel like you care. Like when they say on Friday they're going to go see a movie and then on Monday you ask them how the movie was. That's what makes people stay. All right. There's no magic wand. There's no magic tactic. It's just caring you. There's no system for giving a crap about people. So just make sure you hire people that can do that they have those skills, that, you know, you're doing that, you're leading by example. If you want your team to do it, but you're not good at it, it's tough to you know, be a leader that's not leading from the front. So yeah, what are some value adds the clients can, for the clients in your challenge? So here's what's cool about our service, guys. Again, we sell the invisible. So you can give them, like, at the end of the day, it's information to do your squats correctly, to do your push-ups correctly, to eat broccoli instead of pizza. Like, you're selling them information and motivation. So most of the time when we're talking about how can we add value to a challenge or a membership, you just sell them more of that. You could say, hey, like for this last challenge, we added a next level accountability group where they had to respond daily with what they ate and what they did for activity. And some people were just crazy nuts and they want to do that. And we had our best results came from that group. And the poor coaches, I felt bad for them that had to answer those messages every day, but they did it. So some people just want more of what you already have. If you gave them a basic meal plan, they want a custom meal plan with their macros. If they want weekly accountability, you give them daily accountability. If they want 3 times a week, give them unlimited. So it's what your service is, just more is typically the best value adds. Then, of course, we have supplements. All right, we have fbbcgear.com where you can buy gear and sell it to your clients and mark it up. Then, of course, there's the Embody, which, again, I don't think anybody really needs to go out and get when you're on a grand opening budget. It's $7,000. It is high value. Most places charge $30 to $50 per scan. And when you tell them they get a free scan every month included in their membership. But you know what? If you guys can actually hold on one sec, I'm going to find, I have a printout of all the things included with our membership. Let me actually go check the front desk. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna bring that back, and I think it'll be really powerful for you guys to see this. Hey, Shannon, do we have? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Hey, where's Charles? Charles, where you at? I'm trying to find you in all these pictures. Oh, no picture. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. It was a lot to type, but I guess I'll capitalize on the fact that he's gone right now. So 8 stations, they don't have to be like super complex exercises for all 8 stations. You just want to be able to maximize the fact that you have 4 main stations, like your rig and your battle ropes. That's 2 stations. And then whatever else, like we have our plyo area and our dumbbell area. So in each of those, you can have 2 exercises and the groups will swap. So that means that you can have 32 people in one class. If you're on the floor, which is great, and yours shouldn't be complex either. So, because you're not programming stuff that people have to like take a course on. It's 30 minutes, and the demo is happening during your warm up. So it can definitely be done. 1,800 square feet is great. I have a little over 2,000. I'm not that far.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, get that feedback. When you visualize it right now when just empty, you're like, doesn't seem like that much space, you know? So
yeah, play around with it. Trust me, play around with it because you want to lay it out right. You definitely want to get the rig in the right place and stuff like that that's bolted to the ground. The ropes